Hey, this is we got an old Toro warhorse or wheel horse here, and we are going to try to take off the carriage, and we're going to put on a snowplow under this thing. So just kind of the first starting tip here. Looks like I'm going to have about 4 cotter pins and a belt that I need to take, actually maybe 5 cotter pins, but I'm just going to drop it down, and then we're going to slide it out, and then we'll work on hooking in the plow. But just the cotter pins, looks like we got 2 of them here. So this carriage is connected to that bar right there, holding up the back part of the carriage. And then on the other side, I'll go over on the other side and show you, but there's 2 more, and then there's a kind of a stabilizer cotter pin right there up in front. And then this belt, once we drop it, we'll get some slack in it, we'll be able to take it off that pulley, and we should be good to go. So, but here, let me just take a quick peek at the other side for you. All right, so here are the other 2 cotter pins that I'm talking about right here. Oops, there's one, and then actually there's only one on this side, so that looks like that's going to be good. And then we're going to take out this cotter pin right there too. So we'll check back with you when I got those cotter pins out, and we'll go on to the next step. All right, thanks guys. Okay, so we have undone the I guess the cotter pins that we had to do. So you know, this slides through here. There's 2 cotter pins that hold the big bracket on. Slide through to these guys. So I'm gonna actually just hang on to these cotter pins till spring. This was the other one that we ended up taking off. It was kind of a stabilizer one for this bracket here, which has the wheels. But mine looks like it's not probably quite right, because this piece should have a fitting on it. But maybe I'll work on that in the spring. Anyway, so I went ahead and put the cotter pins back in. Right there is the other cotter pin for the front. So there were, I guess, one cotter pin for this, one for that one. I took both of these out, and then took that one out. So and then once the carriage was down, I just could loosen the belt off quite easily. So our next step is we're gonna put on the plow. And I know one of the things is, I think we're going to attach into these guys underneath here. I don't know, I might end up attaching onto these guys also. These are what the yeah, I think I will have to, because that's what will raise and lower the plow. And then on the front, not sure what I attached to on here, but I'll give you an update in a little bit here. So, I think I'm attaching onto these guys also. So these are kind of all related to the lifter. So anyway, on to the next step. Stay tuned. All right, we are on to the next step here. So I've set out the plow, and my plan is to basically kind of just push the mower forward over it. This back part right here, oops, that's gonna go in those notches I just showed you, and then these 2 guys here, oops, right here, that one. That's gonna go right in the front here into those. So those will just clip in, and then this guy is going to go on that kind of the oh, I don't know, that black bar that you use to lower and raise the carriage, and that goes down, and that goes into kind of a system here where this will end up raising or lowering the plow. So anyway, so that's kind of the next piece. This little piece here attaches into I don't know, into this thing here. Whoops, into this thing here, and that basically pulls a pin out. You know, if you pull a pin out, and that allows you to angle the blade after. So I think that's a little bit of a kind of get it set when you're working, and you can switch directions on the blade if you want. So okay, so I'll give you an update here shortly. All right, so I've slid the structure under, but the problem is going to be I can't get this lever, you know, the lever that we're raising and lower it. So I'm going to have to take out this bolt here. But then you can see under here is where I'm going to attach that part. And then right here is where I'm going to attach this part. So I'm going to probably want to get that slid out a little bit, so I got some leeway to do that. So I don't get stuck getting the back part in before I get the front part. So anyway, more progress. Hey, just a quick tip on this, getting this thing in. You got to push this in so that the spot opens up for it. So anyway, take that and remember it. All right, we're making some more headway. Here's another little gem for you. This guy right here, you're gonna screw this thing down so it's in mounting position. So what that does is down here, we'll be able to, it's gonna bring this piece down, and then we're gonna turn around and put this piece up against that and then slide it on. I'm just putting a little oil on it because it wasn't sliding on very good. Actually, I'm gonna probably put some grease on it even, so because that will be a point that'll get used through the winter, you know, basically lowering and raising the blade. So you can see I've got the back part mounted now. There's a couple of, you push it up, and then there's some side clips that slide over and down. I don't know if those need to get locked in. They seem like they're probably gonna do fine, but they're I don't think there's a ton of weight on them. But anyway, so then we'll get this piece on. This is for raising and lowering, and that piece right there is all about the angle of the blade. So I mean, helpful, but not probably a critical piece of this whole thing. The main thing will be getting this upper and lower. I could always manually do the blade if I had to. So anyway, more in a little bit. All right, I think we got her. The last piece was this little cable that, you know, basically, you know, fits in with the little little notch kind of thing. Runs down through this. There's a little adjustment thing here if you need it, but then attaches into this triangle here, which in turn pulls that pin, you know. So if we wanted to change the, oops, here, let's just try it. So if we wanna, we lifted up the blade, and then here we could squeeze this, which pulls that pin, and then this is gonna drive this is gonna drive the, you know, the turning on the angle of the blade, and it'll notch into whatever spot you leave it. Oops. So anyway, I'm leaving a kind of a straight spot there. But overall, it looks like I think I'm in business. The only thing I do have a question about is, like when I lower it down, you know, how much weight is on the ground. You know, there might be some tuning I want to do to make it so it's not like driving in. The only other thing left to do is maybe put some weights on my wheels. So I may do that also. So I think we're pretty much a done deal here. Hope it works out for you guys doing it. All right. I think we got her finished up here. Put some weights on the wheels. I am not going to put chains on it this time. Got the lifter lever all hooked up. And we got the front of the plow in place. And let's see, I guess we got the pieces to connect the opening the pin so we can change the angle on it. And I got a weight on the back wheel. Those bolts are definitely plenty long there. I have to put some kind of pad on them or something so somebody doesn't bang them with their shin. So anyway, with that, you guys, if this helps anybody trying to put their plow on and take their carriage off, we'll see you. Thanks.